Welcome to another exciting edition of Midnight Chillers.
Welcome.
This is my new co-host, Lord Reddington. As you in the Vortex said, you like him, he's a good guy.
I'm alright.
We'll be back soon for more episodes. Today is a special day. I'm excited because I watched this movie the night before last just to get like a little refresher course, and I started laughing my ass off at how weird it is.
It's so weird.
It's like, okay, why is this middle-aged guy who looks like a history teacher so important to these people?
Right.
Why are they sending the ghostly images to hypnotize him to bring him into the group?
Why him in particular?
Why?
Just why?
The movie's called The Devil's Hand, and it stars a bunch of people I don't know, except for one guy. I can't remember his name, but he played the Commissioner Gordon on the TV's Batman. He's in the movie.
Okay.
And it starts out weird where this guy's like having dreams about this woman, and like he doesn't know what it is, and he's already got a woman. He's got a fiance, and she's actually cool with it.
Yeah. She's like, hey, let's figure out why. Let's figure out what's going on.
And then it's just like,
and he's like, all right, cool, let's do it.
All right, and then weird stuff happens.
And then it's a roller coaster of very interesting set pieces.
Yeah. And it's I was laughing so hard. I was like, what the hell am I getting into? You guys can be laughing too.
I hope so.
If you're like us, you like the B movies with the weird subplots that don't go anywhere and the things that don't make any sense.
All day, every day.
Every day, that's what we watch.
All day, every day.
That's what we come back here to the cemetery every other week, and we just do this. And then people drive by the cemetery, look around, and go, why are these two weirdos wearing masks?
Yeah.
And standing in a cemetery, and this guy's filming. What are they doing?
What could they possibly be up to? It's like, please, watch, and you'll understand.
Yep, you will understand.
You will understand.
Think we had enough talking? Steven, you go that way, we'll go this way, we're going to watch the movie.
Alright.
Later.
Who are your friends?
My date for the afternoon. You're 20 minutes late.
Sorry.
You hear that? He says he's sorry. You think I should marry a man who's late for his appointment?
She's proposing again.
Only for the 17th time.
Oh, you waited all your life for the perfect mate. What's 20 minutes more?
You should get over that inferiority complex. What's wrong?
Nothing. I didn't get much sleep last night.
Or the night before, or the night before that. Why don't you see your doctor? Or get some sleeping pills. That may help.
Wouldn't do any good.
Well, let's get some lunch. You haven't got much time left on your lunch hour.
There's no rush.
Why? They make you the boss or something?
I quit the other day.
You didn't tell me that. You said that this job was your big chance in electronics so that you could develop some of your own ideas. You said it was the kind of security you wanted for us to get married.
I know what I said. Be a little patient with me, honey. Please. How could I explain when I myself couldn't understand it? To dream about a woman night after night, a woman I'd never met, never seen before. And with each dream, she became more real, more alive, until it seemed that if my hand reached out, I could have touched her. Some will, stronger than my own, brought me here. Nothing was familiar to me. I'd never been here before, and yet I wasn't lost. An unknown force was guiding my steps, leading me to this courtyard. There was something here that was drawing me close, like a magnet. I could feel it pulling me closer, closer. And then I saw it. That's it. That face, it's the same face of the woman who comes to me in my dreams. It's fantastic.
Oh, darling, it's probably just a coincidence.
That's she, all right.
Well, then let's go inside and see who posed for it. More than likely it's someone you know, and that would explain everything.
Hello, Mr. Turner. I have the doll ready for you.
You know my name?
Oh, I pride myself on my memory. You left your name when you in this picture for the portrait doll. Remarkable resemblance, don't you think?
Yes. But there must be some mistake.
Mistake? Oh, I don't think so. Let me check your order. Excuse me.
Donna, I didn't bring that photo in.
He just mistook you for someone else.
I don't understand this. First I dream of a face, then I see that face on a doll. Now I'm told I brought that photo in.
You're making too much out of it, Rick. There's just been a misunderstanding somewhere.
But he knew my name.
Do you walk in your sleep?
No, and I'm not leading a double life.
What are you trying to convince? Me or yourself?
Would I have brought you here if I were?
Only kidding, Rick. Don't be so touchy. You'll see. There's a perfectly logical explanation for all this. Some of your friends have weird ideas of humor. Maybe one of them is playing a... Rick, that's me.
Sure looks like you.
It is me. Where do you get these ideas?
What are you talking about?
The doll, of course. Honestly, Rick, it was sweet of you to have it made for me. But why all the mystery? You went to so much trouble just to make it a surprise.
Donna, I didn't order this doll.
Darling, you must have.
And I'm telling you, I didn't
The
order it.
instructions all checked, Mr. Turner. Everything is exactly as you wanted it. Should I wrap it or send it to Miss Bianca Milan? That one, the lady in the photograph.
Take a good look at this picture and Miss Trent here.
Yes, I see what you mean. There is a slight resemblance.
Slight? That's me.
Merely a coincidence. I know the lady who brought this photo in.
Look, Mr.
Lamont. Francis Lamont.
Mr. Lamont, there must be some mistake. I didn't bring in any photo. I didn't order any doll. In fact, I've never even been in here before.
If you say so, sir, perhaps I was mistaken. It's paid for, so I'll send it to Miss Milan.
Rick, if you're playing some sort of a game, I don't find it very amusing. So let's take my doll and leave.
Donna, Look, just wrap this one up. I'll take this doll.
This one, I'm afraid, is not for sale. If you'd care to leave a photo, I'd be happy to make one up for this young lady.
But she is the lady.
No, sir. She is not.
Come on, Rick. Let's go. man, he's frightening. He just stood there looking at me.
I don't understand this.
Rick.
Well, what is it?
Oh, help me.
Take it easy.
Dr. Wright, report to clinic at once, please. Dr. Wright, report to clinic.
How is she, Doctor?
I just had Dr. Moore corroborate my diagnosis. It's a coronary condition, a muscle spasm of the heart.
How bad is it?
Well, it's hard to say at this stage. Frankly, her symptoms are a bit puzzling.
It all happened so fast.
It usually does, Mr. Turner. Now, you try not to worry. We're doing everything possible for her. Right now, she's resting quietly under sedation. You better try to get some sleep yourself. You'll be able to see her tomorrow.
Thanks, Doc.
Rick. Rick, I'm here. What's the matter? Can't sleep? Relax, Rick. Let's enjoy each other. What shall I do to entertain you? Shall I sing until your head throbs with the sound of my voice? Shall I dance with you until the blood races through your veins? Do you find me desirable? Would you kiss me if you could? Would you hold me close?
I'm dreaming, it must be. What do you want?
You.
Who are you?
The man in the dog shop told you. Bianca Milano. The address is on the back of the photograph. Get it, Rick. And bring the dog. So simple. Why torture yourself any longer? I'll be waiting for you.
Now, you're not to get excited.
But I always get excited when I see Rick.
Well, I don't blame you. He's quite a man. You have 3 minutes, Mr. Turner.
How do you feel?
Like a steamroller hit me.
Well, that makes 2 of us. You didn't tell me before you had trouble. With your heart, I mean.
I didn't. Until I fell in love with you. That will teach me never to be jealous again.
Well, that'll be a help.
Oh? What are you planning?
I'm not supposed to get you excited.
Tell me, Rick.
Yesterday I told you I didn't know any more about those dolls than you do.
Yes?
That was the truth, Donna. Last night I had another dream, vision, whatever the devil you want to call it.
The same girl?
Only this time she spoke to me. She said if I wanted to find the answer to all this, all I had to do was bring the doll to her.
Why isn't she helpful?
Well, I've got to see her, don't you see? I've got to find out whether she's real or not. Once and for all, I've got to get this thing off my back.
I know you have to see her, darling. I guess I can't help acting like a woman. You've been honest with me, and I do believe you, but
But what?
please be careful.
Of what?
I mean it, Rick. There's more to it than just, well, call it premonition or woman's intuition if you like, but I'm afraid.
Of what?
Afraid I'm going to lose you.
To a dream?
To a dream that might be real.
You're the only real thing in my life.
Oh, Rick, I love you so.
Who prescribed that?
Best medicine in the world.
Good for whatever ails you.
When I think of the time I've wasted on vitamin pills.
Take care of yourself, darling. I'll see you soon.
Rick, be careful of the doll.
Mr. Turner, I do hope I wasn't indiscreet yesterday.
No. Miss Trent, the young lady who was with me, was just a little upset at seeing her photograph and that doll.
Of course.
May I see the name on the back of that photograph?
The one you think is Miss Trent?
Yes.
I'm sorry, but the doll and picture were picked up by the owner this morning.
Oh. Well, then I'll take that other doll, the one of Miss...
Bianca Milan? I anticipated your coming back.
How much do I owe you?
You paid me when you placed the order.
Did I?
In full. Good day, Mr. Turner.
Yeah. Bianca Milan.
Mr. Turner, I've been expecting you. Do come in.
You knew I was coming?
Of course.
You were expecting me to deliver this.
Thank you. Lovely. The resemblance is amazing, don't you think? Shall we have a drink?
I prefer a little conversation, like my questions and your answers.
There's time, lots of it. Come, help me. This is our first drink together. We should mark the occasion with a toast. The first of many things together.
Such as dreams and portrait dolls.
And the sweet mysteries of life. I hope you're hungry. I thought you might like to dine here. Just the two of us. My servant, Ammon, does very well with Occidental dishes. You may serve us now, Ammon. Ammon cannot speak.
I'm a little speechless myself.
I found him in Tibet. He belonged to an ancient cult of worshippers who believed sacrifice brings immortality. His tongue was his sacrifice.
The world has many strange religions. Forgive me for being so persistent, but what made you so sure I was coming here tonight?
I invited you and you accepted.
Let's be more specific. I'm here for just one reason.
I know why you're here, Rick.
Then you know about the dreams.
Naturally. It's a simple process of thought projection or thought transfer.
Thought projection. You're telling me that you danced and talked to me from this apartment? And I received your image and voice in my room?
You doubt me?
Of course not. I'll get you the number of a good psychiatrist. Maybe I'm a little dense, but I don't understand all of this.
What puzzles you?
Well, for one thing, why me?
You appeal to me.
Why does a woman with your attributes have to go to these extremes to have a man visit her? Why didn't you just whistle or something?
Would you have answered?
Perhaps not. But then I'm going to be married.
There's your answer, then. I had to condition you, wear down your resistance, make you want me. So I visited you through mental projection. You may not admit it, but I am firmly planted in your subconscious.
Could be. But what's so special about me that put you through so much trouble?
I saw you, I wanted you. That made you special.
We can't always have everything we want.
I can.
This thought projection, is it a special power you have, or can anyone play?
Will you prepare a drink for Mr. Turner and myself, Ahmed? Relax, Rick. Make yourself comfortable. Recognize him?
Me?
It helps in concentrating to have the image of the person to whom one's thoughts are directed.
Who gave you the recipe, Dr. Jekyll or Mr. Hyde?
You're amused.
I'm sorry. I'll take you seriously, I promise. Tastes like devil's brew.
I can bridge any distance between us, no matter how great or how small. Concentration is essential. I can tell when I've made contact with you, when my thoughts and my image have reached you. Just relax and close your eyes while I concentrate. Oh, great Dharma. Open your eyes, Rick. You can see me quite clearly now. Tell me what you see.
I see through you.
We're at the middle ground, guys.
Oh, midpoint.
Midpoint. So far, like we were talking about it ago, it's like, this is one of those movies where you're like, why?
Yes.
Is it all a dream? Is that some kind of weird fever dream? The guy's gonna wake up in a coma, like he's holding a snow globe, like in St. Elsewhere.
Because, I mean, Gamba, you know?
Gamba! That we have to look it
Gamba.
up. This Lord Gamba.
Dolls. Gamba.
Like,
Spinning
why?
Wheel of Swords.
Okay, what kind of woman would stay with a man who goes in there, goes into a doll shop, and they say, "Oh, I got your order, sir. This is the doll you requested." And
Why,
the
you
wife
know?
is like, "What the hell?"
Poor K. Poor K.
Poor K.
Poor K. Poor K. You know?
What?
Like how and why and what.
And they had
It's like
the-
an Amazon order going wrong.
Yeah, like you made this order. You
Yeah.
made this order. This is your doll.
I know your face.
You were here,
This is you.
and then and then there's the other doll of her, and he's got a, and she's a,
Nice little pin stuck in it.
and he's just.
He just
And
rolls
just-
with it.
He's at one point he just started kissing the girl, and then he's like, "I'm, screw my fiance. I don't care about
Yeah,
that
okay.
bitch no more."
She's in the hospital, man. You might as
She's-
well just write her off.
Yeah,
like
and
you
he's
would a
all,
death
he's all into
certificate.
her.
Right?
That's the part. I think that's the part where we're at right now. Is like he's all into her. He's like into her.
Enter. Like, you've been in my dreams. I guess you're my dream girl, you know?
Yeah. So I'm gonna join this cult and watch these people potentially die.
Yeah. Well, I signed my life away for, you know,
Yeah,
a nice
it-
little kiss on the cheek. You know,
What,
not too particular.
what men do for a vagina.
Oh, what men do just for a lady. It's
That's the whole point of this movie. I think that's the moral of this movie is what
Yeah.
will a man do?
like, how far
to-
will you go?
How far would you go to get laid?
Yep. Yep.
I don't know much about it. I don't know like the history of it. I just kind of came across it years ago in one of those box sets I get from Mill Creek. And I started watching it and started laughing my ass off. And this is weird.
Yeah, it's an odd concept. But I can get the underlying messages, you know, how far would one guy go, you know?
Yeah. And then there's a whole thing about satanic panic, which happened in the 60s with like Anton LaVey and all that stuff. Like Anton LaVey started the Church of Satan in 66.
Yeah.
And everybody started jumping on that bandwagon. Then you get Charles Manson. The 60s was a weird, creepy time.
Right, like, you know, folks are a little bit, folks don't understand certain things, so they kind of go a little rapid with it.
Yeah.
And you pride with them. And then,
they,
of course, the whole cult concept as in itself, you know.
And they basically said in the 70s they killed God. It's like, is God dead in the 70s? And that's whenever, like Rosemary's Baby and Exorcist and like, The Omen came out. And everybody started jumping on this bandwagon. Everybody wanted to change their name to Damien. Everybody wanted to join Anton LaVey's church.
Yeah, they wanted to.
And then Sammy Davis Jr. was a member.
Ride the wave.
Yeah, and I think, what was it? James Mansfield was a member too. And this guy, Anton LaVey, just wrote this book. And everybody says, this is a good book. I like this book. Right. And he calls it, this is the Satanic Bible. And he goes, pfft. And it's like The Simpsons when you put the book down and the dust comes up. And he opens it up.
Little wisp escapes, you know, the voice comes out, you know. The shape of a misguided face. And, yeah.
And it's got teeth on the inside of it. And then it takes a sliver of your blood to open up.
In order to open up, you gotta go, gotta feed the beast. Feed the beast, you get the message.
I used to scare people with it because I used to be a Satanist a while back. I love scaring people because I worked at the gas station. I had the book out. I'd be like this. And they're like, what you reading?
Like, what's up?
And I had a pentagram. I was always wearing, I had my hair dyed multiple colors. And everybody's like, you're a Satanist.
It's like,
yes.
Yes, I am.
Yep. And they're like, are you going to sacrifice a goat? No.
Do you have one? Do you have one out back?
That's racial profiling.
Yeah, I know, right? Like, do you have one out back? Because
that's hard to find a goat here. I didn't even know we had goats. I live in the city.
Yeah, I live in the city, man.
Where am I going to get a goat?
That's a good question.
I mean, I had family in the country. They had goats, but that's in the country. That's out there in the sticks, Tucson, Louisiana. They had goats out there. But I was living in Lafayette.
Right.
This is a city, and what I say we had was Nutri-Rats.
Yeah, see, talking about Lafayette, I like the voodoo. I mean, not that I like the voodoo aspect of it, but I guess you have to figure out a way to tie in the dolls to the story.
Yeah.
To, like, for one, make it to where the fiancé is taken out of commission. To where the succubus can kind of, like, slide on in and, like, you know, like you said, what was so interesting about this one guy?
Yeah.
Like, I don't think we learned anything about his life, really.
No.
Like, not his job. Like,
does he have a job?
That is an excellent question. He just walks around in the suit from time to time.
Yeah.
And he'd like to drink cocktails and chill at clubs. Just, really?
So
like, what is about him that made him so special? But,
I know. Because, like, they're like, this is our guy.
Like, this is it.
We have to get Bob.
You see this white guy? I'll follow that white guy.
I like him.
I like him.
And they had the fat guy with the cameras like this. And I love that guy. Because I recognize him from Attack of the Giant Leeches.
Okay.
He was like in that movie too. So I kind of like, you watch the older movies from the 50s, 60s, you see that they recycle actors.
Yeah.
And it's like,
as they do.
Which is cool. Like that's how Jack Nicholson got started. He was a B actor. He started out as an extra.
Yeah, I mean, you just keep showing up, keep getting on camera, and then eventually your time will come. Yeah.
Clint Eastwood started out like that too. He was in the Tarantulas, and he was in Revenge of the Creature from the Black Lagoon.
Okay.
And he started out there, and then he's like, okay, I'm gonna go to Italy now and make westerns. And that's when he became famous.
That's when he found that niche that got him, like, got his name out there to where people started talking about him.
Exactly.
You got to get that one role.
Yeah, and this is gonna be yours, Lil Reddy.
Yes. So I can, like, not be in front of cameras ever again. Because I'm a cameraman.
Yep.
A PA.
That's what
a producer. All the things. Just sign me up. Whatever I got to do, I'll do it. But
me too.
One day I'm going to direct.
Me too.
One day.
I got ideas.
Oh.
Everybody's got ideas
for
though.
days, yo.
Yeah, everybody's got ideas.
Oh, of course.
The thing is, you gotta execute.
Yep. Got to create a plan,
grab
crumble it, throw it out the window, and just roll with the punches.
See if you give us a signal that we gotta stop now to go back to the movie.
Yes, please continue to enjoy.
Enjoy the rest of Devil's Hand
You're transparent.
on Midnight. We designed.
Cast no shadow, no reflection. There are disturbances around you. Wind, thunder, lightning. You're not real. You're...
Turn around, Rick.
What are you?
Don't you know?
You're a she-devil.
A witch.
You're evil. But beautiful. Fascinating.
Listen, Rick. As I once was, you would not have looked at me. I was unhappy and lost until I discovered Gamba,
Gamba.
the devil god of evil. I belong to a cult that worships Gamba. You met the high executioner at the doll shop, Francis Lamont.
He gave you this power of thought projection.
It's more than that. I've been given the power to control my destiny. I had everything life could offer until I saw you. I wanted you just as much as you want me now. You've already begun to forget Donna Trent.
You really are a witch. She-devil, whatever you are, I want you.
You must become one of us first.
Anything.
You must take the oath to Gamba.
Tomorrow.
Now. There's a meeting in progress. The High Executioner will perform the rites at midnight. We must hurry. Come on, Rick.
Welcome. The ceremony is underway.
Good evening, Francis. Mr. Turner wishes to join us.
I shall perform the rites after the sacrifice. Shall we go in? Our goddess of love. Bianca is our living image.
Tonight is the first night of the full moon. We must offer up sacrifice to Gamba. It's the devil god's decree that we offer a human for appeasement.
The human? You mean the they going to kill somebody?
Not necessarily. But a human is going to be offered on the altar of sacrifice, and it's up to Gamba to decide.
How does he make his decision?
It's like Russian roulette, except the odds are greater. Look up there. In our ceremony, we use a sword, concealed in one of the covers hanging from the wheel. The wheel is spun, and Gamba makes his decision. The cover is lowered upon the heart of the subject. If the sword is in the cover, it pierces the heart. If Gamba decides to spare his subject, the cover bends harmlessly.
Sounds like a million laughs. Does everybody get to play?
No. The subject is selected when in doubt of his loyalty during his test period.
Have you ever been...
My loyalty has been proven.
Worshippers of Gamba, the great devil god. Hear me well. Tonight is the first night of the full moon. The tides rise to their highest level and vibrations fill the air. It is a time for restlessness and madness. It is a time for death. For Gamba decreaseth. Gamba, the great devil god, commands that one of you be tested. A human sacrifice must be offered. Only Gamba can determine whether a life will be taken. The judgment is his. Bring in the subject. O Gamba, great devil god, ruler of man's destiny, we offer this lovely girl on the sacrificial altar. You alone, in your wisdom, will judge her. If she is unworthy, if her loyalty is in doubt, then she must be punished. But should she prove deserving and fit to serve you, your power alone will spare her. O great Gamba, highest executioner, supreme devil, god of evil, make your decision. Shall the maiden live or die? Gamba. Gamba protects his own. The girl lives. Oh, thank you, great Gamba. You have proven yourself well.
It's our turn now.
He has been informed of our code and beliefs.
Yes, High Executioner.
Kneel. Oh, great Gamba, we offer a new subject who has come to join us. During his trial period, watch him, study him, and then test him, O great devil god. Will you swear absolute allegiance to the great devil god Gamba?
I will.
Will you follow his commands without question, though it means someone's destruction, even your own?
I will.
You will, above all else, seal your lips and swear yourself to secrecy.
I will.
You, his sponsor, will be held accountable. Do you accept this responsibility?
I do.
It is done. From this moment on, there is no turning back. You are one of us now, a member of the cult of the great devil god Gamba. Guard this privilege well.
Is that all?
For now. A new life is going to begin for you, Rick. Take me home. You don't quite believe, do you, darling? You have renounced goodness, forsaken virtue. You'll never escape me, darling.
I know it. God help me, I want it this way.
That makes 8 straight.
It's incredible, 8-horse parlay.
Happens all the time.
I just can't get over it. Yesterday you called me and said, buy every available share. Today it started to skyrocket. Last week you said, sell Amalgamated Industries. And the bottom dropped out.
Just lucky, I guess.
Something more than that. Someone is giving you some very valuable tips.
Well, let's just say I have a good advisor.
Goodbye, Mr. Bennett.
Goodbye.
There we are. Well, you should feel very proud of your protege. He's passed every test so far. Not once has he weakened in attempted contact with Miss Trent.
I never thought he would.
Your confidence in him is quite admirable, my dear. I am a little surprised.
At what?
Well, this little romance of yours has lasted longer than the others.
I've always come back to you, Francis.
Of course. That's why I can afford to be so tolerant of your brief affairs. You will keep this one brief, won't you, my dear? receive the loyalty test now. I hope he merits your belief in him.
Well, if it isn't Rick Turner, Bianca's private property.
Well, what are you doing here?
I'm lost, living near this bar.
Looks like you've had enough already.
Rick, I'm in trouble. Isn't there someplace we can go and talk?
Come on.
Why?
Coffee's still hot. Would you like some?
This is what I need.
You'd better drink this.
Sure.
What's your problem?
How do you get out, Rick? How do you get your soul back? Devil got gun, but he's got your soul, too. Don't you want it back?
You don't know what you're saying. You're drunk.
Gotta get out. I've got to.
You've been sworn to secrecy. We all have. For your own sake, don't say any more.
Why? Did you tell on me?
What makes you think I won't?
I'm not the type. You don't belong in this any more than I do.
You should have thought of that before you joined.
Well, you don't know. They play with evil like it was some kind of a new toy. They cut all the goodness out of you, and you forget what it's like to be kind. You become a robot without any will of your own. And the things they make you do. But suddenly, they don't have to make you do those things anymore. You do them because you want to. And then it's too late, because you're past all decency.
Shut up.
You're afraid. Not for me, but for yourself. Oh, I know the pattern well. Bianca has used hers for you, hasn't she? She's given you a taste of easy money and shown you what you'll be able to do when you receive these powers.
Stop it.
It's not worth it, Rick. Believe me, I know. I'd give anything to go back, to live again without fear.
You'd better go. Out of here, I should never have listened to you. Go on, get out. I don't want to hear any more. Tell Miss Milan I'm here.
Whatever you're drinking, I'll have one too. My darling, you're trembling.
Am I? Bianca, what would you do if I told you?
What?
Nothing. Just think.
What's troubling you? Maybe I can help.
Well, I've learned of I've heard. There's a disloyal member in the cult.
Why should this trouble you?
She's kind of confused. She's...
A woman? There's no problem here. Your duty is clear. You must report her.
What will they do to her?
That's not your concern.
She'll be tested. That's it, isn't it? She'll be placed under the wheel. Bianca, I can't.
You must. Have you forgotten your own loyalty may be tested? If you love me, you won't hesitate. Not for a minute. Darling, I took an oath with you, remember? If you don't report this girl, you place me in equal jeopardy. Rick, darling, I couldn't bear it not to see you again. He'll be here in a minute, darling. Just relax.
All these dolls just staring at you.
Frank is quite fanatic about them, especially his own. In his eyes, his doll is his soul.
Gambler is pleased. You've done well, Rick.
Hey, what is this?
I give my report to Mr. Lamont, and he's very satisfied.
You mean this whole thing was a setup?
Precisely.
Well, you play some nice games.
You may wait for me in the other room.
Let's go, Rick.
Bianca, I don't wish to detain you, but if you'd give me just a moment more.
Excuse me, darling.
That'll be fine.
Thank you, Francis.
Well, are you ready?
Mm-hmm.
Night, Rick.
Night.
I thought it was the nurse.
How do you feel?
Fine. Nothing ever changes with me, but you.
Okay. Where's Miss Frank?
The nurse? Oh, she's off my case. I have a new one.
Oh.
Rick. I understand.
Do you?
It's not a very romantic prospect, being tied down to an invalid.
Donna, no, you don't understand.
Please. It's enough that you came.
Listen to me, Donna. You may not believe what I'm going to tell you. But at midnight tonight, you're going to be all right. Any discomfort you feel will disappear. Your strength will return. Your health will be restored.
At midnight. What makes you so sure?
Just trust me. I know it's a hard thing to ask after what's happened, but trust me. I'll call you tomorrow.
Thank you for dropping by, Francis.
My dear, you're an extraordinary woman. But a woman, nevertheless.
It took a lot of arranging to get Mary in as her nurse. It was for a purpose, wasn't it?
It was, my dear. However, don't you think this relationship has reached its end?
No.
You visited this girl today. You think you're losing your hold on him?
If I lose my hold on him, how can you hope to keep yours? If he should leave the cult, he could be a threat to us.
What is it you feel should be done?
Get rid of the girl.
Let's not be hasty. We'll wait a few days.
As you say. Are you going home, huh?
Not directly, no. I have to go back to the shop for a few minutes. Good night, my dear.
Good night.
Well, only be a few minutes.
All right, I won't ask any more questions. Rick, will I see you again? All right. I understand. Goodbye, Rick.
Well, how do you feel today?
Fine.
That's good. I brought you some coffee. If you need anything else, just ring the bell.
Hello? Yes, Mary? Thank you. Prepare some drinks for us. I'm expecting Mr. Turner. Hello, darling.
I got your message. It sounded urgent.
Frank is calling a meeting at 10:30 tonight.
Well, what's up?
You don't question Frank. You just obey. Aren't you going to kiss me?
You witch. You beautiful, evil witch.
I'm never going to let you go. Remember that.
I'll never want to go. You remember that. What's going on?
You love me?
You know I do.
It's odd, isn't it? How sometimes the things we do so innocently can be misinterpreted.
Like what?
For instance, might completely misunderstand your close contact with Miss Trent lately.
So that's it.
It's true, isn't it? You've been to see her. You've spoken with her on the phone.
Listen to me. Maybe once I thought I was in love with Donna, but that's over with.
Is it?
What do you think?
I think I'd like to be sure.
How much proof do you need? Every waking minute you're on my mind. Even when I sleep, I can't shake you. You're all around me. In the air. In the rain and in the sunlight. You're as much me as I am.
Tell me. Tell me.
I know what you are. I know what you've made me, but it doesn't matter. Nothing does. I can't kiss you without wanting more. I'll never have enough of you. If I thought I'd lose you,
You'd what?
I'd kill you.
We shall begin. The great Gamba has been offended. He demands retribution. There is a traitor among us. Someone in this room does not belong. The devil god has been betrayed. Traitor! Hear me well. You have been discovered. Gamba knows which one you are. At midnight tonight, you shall die. Gamba will be avenged. We shall meet again here at 12:30. One of you will not be among us.
Can't you have Ahmed shut that music off?
Darling, it's so good.
tonight, Gamba, justice has been done. Your unworthy servant has been eliminated. Let Gamba's betrayer serve as an example for the rest of you. The traitor Lindell did not believe. He was here to expose us. He was going to publicize us and maliciously attack the great devil god. The danger is past. The intruder has been removed from our midst. One moment, please. You will stay. Come here. The light is better and there's something I want you to see.
Believe me, Frank. Francis, I had no
How
idea.
long have you been with us now?
Well, over a year.
Over a year. And you can still be so foolish, so dangerously careless.
But he lied to me, too. I didn't know he was a newspaper man.
Here are some of the notes he was making. Not very flattering, are they?
If I would have known, I wouldn't have sponsored him. I swear it.
Would you be good enough to get your doll from the shelf?
No, you can't.
Hello, doll shop. Yes, she is. Oh, just a moment. Bianca, it's Mary calling from the hospital.
Thank you. Hello, Mary. Thank you for calling. I don't think I'll be needing you any longer at the hospital.
How did you hear about it? She was only discharged a few minutes ago.
Discharged? That's impossible. I see.
Just a minute.
Goodbye, Mary.
Goodbye.
Rick. How nice of you to come for me.
Well, don't be nice to me, Donnie. You're just making things more difficult.
She just left. Mr. Turner picked her up.
Thank you, Mary.
It seems your first suspicions were correct.
There's no doubt now, but it was Rick who was in here the other evening.
I shall have to use greater discretion in passing out keys. What do you intend doing with that?
If you don't mind, I have my own plans for it.
As you wish.
Then this gesture is just for old time's sake?
Something like that.
Pretty fancy car.
Belongs to a friend of mine. I know I owe you some sort of explanation, but there's very little I can say. Don, I want you to leave. Leave this town. Move away, far away from me.
But why?
I can't give you any explanations that would make any sense. Just believe me. For your own sake and for mine, Donna, I'm asking you to leave.
All right.
Donna. 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 Can you hear me, Donna?
Yes. Who are you?
It's not easy to reach you, but I'm beginning to. Donna.
Where have you been? I've been calling you all evening.
I'm sorry, some things to attend to.
You might have at least let me know.
Don't be angry, darling. I said I'm sorry.
Oh, worshippers of the great devil god Gamba, another full moon is above us. The time to offer sacrifice. A time to test the unworthy. One among you must be called upon to prove his loyalty, to erase all doubt. Bring in the subject. This young girl is to be the sacrifice. You stare at her without recognition, but there is one here who knows her. She was a part of his past. A past he should have deserted when he declared himself to Gamba.
I did, I swear it.
Why then did you enter these premises one night under the veil of darkness? Why then did you remove the pin from the doll, thereby administering the cure?
I have not been disloyal. Bianca, tell him. You've got to believe me.
Oh, great Gamba, he asks for your trust. This unworthy servant begs to be believed. It is for you to say. Step forward. Prove yourself. It shall be your hand that turns the wheel.
My hand? Then I am to blame if the sword...
Blame? This is not a question of blame. This is a question of loyalty. Spin the wheel.
But why her? Test me if you must.
That is precisely what we are doing. Have you forgotten your oath of allegiance? You swore to follow the commands without question, though it meant someone's destruction, perhaps even your own. Spin the wheel. knows. Look at her eyes. It's all her doing. I warned you of the danger, but you wouldn't listen. You speak of a choice. There's no choice here. That knife is set to kill. Murderers. All of you.
Look out, Frank!
Well, that's the end of the show, kids.
I hope you enjoyed. I did.
I enjoyed the fact that they didn't want to spend the extra money in order to actually blow up the car. They just got somebody's model train set. It's
Just like,
like this.
Let's do it.
And then just push the tunnel truck off.
And then set everything on fire. I
Yes.
love how most movies end with everything just catching fire. Because, you know, why not?
Yeah, because like I said, fire is a better movie. Like it burns and wouldn't die.
Yep.
This one is just like everything just
Yep. Everything burns and turns into ash.
and then it's gone forever.
Yeah. Fine. You know, that's a great way to end it. Like, what do we do? I don't know. Let's just set everything on fire. And then there you go.
Yeah.
Everything's on fire.
Kind of like what Ed Wood when he did like that movie. Like, I think it was Part of the Atom or something like where like he just for no reason whatsoever like there was a nuclear explosion.
Just cause.
Just because it's like, well, I don't know how to end it.
Right.
Blow it up.
Fire. Yeah. Explosion. I am mad that the that my drum dude, he got caught in the fire.
Yeah.
Like, you know, he did a good job.
Yeah, they could have given him some more lines or something. You just
Get a line. Yeah, they could have gave him a line.
I know.
But he spoke with his drumming.
Yes,
So,
he did.
I can't be too mad.
Yeah, because he was like,
Yeah, oh, he was getting it too, man.
yeah, he was
Getting
good.
it. He was getting it. I like how dude just was like fell on the thing and then the thing fell on him.
I know.
And then again, candlestick fire. Everything just went up in flames super quickly.
I know. Why did they make everything so flammable?
Yeah, why is everything so? I mean, it is like the 1960s.
Yeah.
There were really no codes or
I mean,
to kind of stop that from happening.
Yeah.
So it's like, yeah, that it tracks though that everything would catch fire because they didn't care about what was flammable or what wasn't.
No, they didn't.
No, not at all.
I mean, back in the 30s, they were washing clothes with gasoline. They had
Exactly.
continuous fires. They had all these safety measures. And I kept thinking, I was watching a documentary about that, and they were showing like all these intense measures they went to keep from blowing up while they're washing
While
clothes
they're
in
washing clothes.
in gasoline.
Because they was washing in gasoline.
And then I kept thinking, well, why don't you do something else besides gasoline?
Yeah, like you could eliminate majority of that issue just by, water?
Yeah, water. But then like, well, gasoline gets them cleaner. Gasoline gets them cleaner, but
Yeah.
But then you're like this.
I mean, the
Sparks.
yeah, exposure. I mean, there's nothing cleaner than a pile of ash, I suppose. I suppose.
That's this is the way people are. Back in the 30s and 40s and end of the 60s, they didn't really care about fire regulations. They were
Nope.
just like, fuck it.
Yep. It was like we do whatever.
Yeah, like that's why Rome burned down. That's like Chicago burned down because people were like, they weren't careful.
They weren't careful. Well, I would say it was a lack of knowledge, but that's a trend that happens.
Well,
all
people
the
are
time.
just as stupid now as they were back then.
Yeah, people are pretty dumb.
Yeah,
I
I mean,
stand by
because
that
of smart
statement.
people, like people built like technology, like the cameras he was using,
Yeah.
our cell phones, all this stuff. That's great technology, but we don't understand it. Like if we went back in time to like the 1800s to try to help people get this technology, we'd be like,
Yeah.
I don't know how to make electricity. We plug it in,
You plug it in and it just happens.
and then it just goes.
Yeah. I mean, well,
How do we build it? And then
that's a processing.
you have to think about it. Like you go back in time, like Jesus' time, and they're like,
Hey guys, here's TikTok. Enjoy.
how do we make it work?
Solar panels.
Solar panels.
Bring back some solar panels, baby. The sun's always round.
Yeah, it's time travel.
Yeah.
That's the future.
And blow everybody's mind. You know, if we time traveled and gave them phones back then, I wonder where we would be now.
I know. I often thought about that. Like, what would the world be like if they had the internet back in the 50s?
I think Jesus could have used a TikTok account.
Yeah, he got more followers. He got a lot of
He
followers.
got a lot more followers.
Yeah.
I would follow, I would subscribe, and I would like.
They're like, oh, this is Jesus here, and turns to water.
Here I am walking on water, you know?
Yeah.
Like, bro, they get all the views.
Yeah,
all the views.
Yeah, I was on TikTok for a while. I couldn't handle it because it's just weird.
It's a time consumer.
It is. It's a bottomless pit.
Like, really, you just start to scroll and then scroll and then scroll, and then you realize it's 3 hours later. And you should have been asleep at 2 a.m. Now it's like 5 a.m. and now you got to get up and go to work.
Yeah, and like
to scroll more on TikTok. You go clock in and slowly fall asleep as you're steady scrolling.
Yep.
Yeah, it's
it's a time vampire.
Yeah, it is.
And it's weird
Facebook,
because like
Instagram, Reddit.
I have all that. I have Instagram. We should post some more stuff on Instagram.
Oh yeah, we should actually.
Yeah,
I have Reddit. I mean, I love Reddit though. Reddit's my best friend.
I haven't used Reddit.
Oh man, it's like if you didn't want to use it, if you didn't want to like download all the other apps, you could just use Reddit, just to pretty much because they just throw everything on there.
Oh, cool.
It's like a smorgasbord of all the other stuff, so I never have to really go on my TikTok or Facebook. No, I mean, and just people are just really dumb.
Oh yeah, they are.
And I read some really dumb stuff.
Yeah, I mean,
and it makes me feel better about not being that dumb.
Yeah,
I mean, I'm a little dumb, but not that dumb.
My wife uses TikTok a lot, and I still watch it with her, and we just laugh at all the videos.
Yeah, because it's fun.
It's funny because people say the craziest shit.
Right, they come up with the crazy.
And then there's all these
hits.
trends.
Right.
I remember for a while it was like the millionaires and the submarine trend. I started laughing.
Oh my god, yeah.
There was this one where they took all the pictures of the guys from the submarine that went down Titanic, and they put it to like the Gilligan's Island theme.
Oh my god, seriously?
Yeah.
Oh man. Okay, that's funny. That's funny. I do a lot of on TikTok. I love watching like the little mini horror ones. Those are like my favorite.
Yeah.
Like, there's this one particular one where this chick pretends to be like in a kids show, but it's like all the horror elements. It's awesome. She has the craziest clown makeup. It's awesome.
Cool.
If I could recall the name right off the top of my head, I'd definitely like throw in a plug. But
yeah, you'll remember it for next time.
Yeah. No, yeah, definitely.
Yeah, definitely. I love social media because it is a time vampire. So I'm just sitting there. I'm on TikTok sometimes. Mostly I'm on Facebook because I got accounts for my band and I got accounts for this show. I got Maru, I got Midnight Chillers. I should make one for you.
Yes.
Or you can make one.
Yes, either or. I mean, I do most of my Facebook is for like the theater, the local theater stuff around here, and just checking up on people who are thousands of miles away.
Yep. Same here. My family's back in Louisiana.
Yeah, family back in Mississippi.
Yeah, because we're both Southern
boys in California.
Yep. Came to California to follow our dreams.
Yeah, we did. Yeah. That's why I'm in a mask in a cemetery. Following that dream, baby.
Follow the dream.
Following the dream. Wherever it may lead or take me.
Yep.
I'm there.
It's not as bad starting out as a producer is for the Sci-Fi Channel, just running around getting people coffee.
Oh yeah.
I did that for a while.
Or breakfast.
Yep.
Breakfast sandwiches.
Yep. It's like, you drink coffee?
Standing in the road.
Or doing
making sure people don't drive through your shot.
Lockdowns.
Yeah, all the lockdowns.
I did that all the time.
All the lockdowns.
And I'd sit there, and sometimes he wouldn't even listen to me. They'd be like,
no, they don't care.
No.
They don't care.
They walk over me. I'm standing there.
Oh, I wouldn't let them walk over me now.
I'm standing there like this, and they're like, dude, I gotta get in here. It's like, no, you can't. There's a filming.
Like, you thought. Like, my job's on the line.
No, get in there.
The only thing I won't do is punch you in the face, but I will stand it in your way.
And moving cars.
I'm quick.
The other thing I had to do was I had to watch somebody's dog because the neighbors had a dog that kept going into the yard when they're filming the movie.
Oh, really? Okay, that's
so
funny.
I had to watch the dog all the time. So I was sitting there throwing the ball, playing with the dog.
Just keeping him preoccupied so he wouldn't like ruin the shot.
And then like I went out to go use the bathroom and I had another production assistant say like, Scott, I said, dude, watch the dog. I gotta take a piss. And I go into the bathroom and all of a sudden I hear from it didn't have a bathroom. They had a porta potty.
Oh, okay.
So I'm in there and I'm peeing and all of a sudden I hear dogs in the shot.
And you didn't give him the 10. What was it? 10? What is it? 10? Going 10-1.
Yeah,
going 10. Hey, I'm going 10-1. The dog should have. Somebody should take the dog 10-1 too. Somebody should take the dog 10-1 too. We can go together. Keep him out the shot.
That would annoy me. That was on one of the movies I did, and it was so annoying. It was like I'm in there, all of a sudden I hear dogs in the shot.
Son of a bitch. Like, why? I passed the job off to somebody, and they failed me.
You had one job.
One job.
One
and
job.
You failed miserably.
Watch that effing dog. That dog bites. That dog bit me.
He bit you?
Yeah.
Oh, that's funny. That should have gotten hazard pay.
I did.
You should have got hazard pay for that bad thing.
I was getting $100 a day doing that shit.
Oh, that's not bad.
At the end of the day, I got about $700, which is nice.
That is nice.
Bought a digital converter box for my TV, so I was able to watch The Simpsons.
Like, money well spent.
Exactly.
Money well spent.
And then someone went to rent.
Yeah, I mean,
There you go, you gotta pay rent.
That is also equally important.
Yep.
But hey, I'm helping make content to watch content.
Yeah.
It's a vicious cycle.
Yep. Exactly.
It's a vicious
snake
cycle.
eating his own tail.
Yep.
Before we go, I wanted to ask you, what do you think of this whole like writer's strike thing?
I mean, I think that if you and a bunch of people who also have the same job say, all right, we deserve better pay, and to not let the streaming services kind of bulldoze us, because the landscape itself has changed to where things are different, and the companies should adjust with the change so that everybody can be getting their fair shake. Without the writers, you don't have anything.
Exactly.
I've tried to write. I'm okay in small doses. I can help write, you know. So I get, like, those are your words on a page, and you should be paid accordingly to however much it makes on the back end.
Yeah.
So, like, you know, I'm in solidarity. I strike with them.
Me too. I agree.
100%. Them and the actors, man. That's like
actors, because the people who are in charge, like the executives, they can't act, they can't write, they can't do shit.
Nope.
All they do is sit there and like write checks and then.
Yeah, they find the people who can do this.
Yeah.
And you know, I'll say that is an important job, yes, but that doesn't mean that you should bulldoze anybody else and just pretend like you're the end all be all, because you are not.
No.
You're not. Absolutely not.
No. And
like we're all part of the wheel. We're all part of the cogs in the machine.
Exactly.
And just because you're helping put the machine together, without those pieces, you have nothing. And I mean, I'm pretty sure that there's people out there who is like who gamed the system and have allowed themselves to accrue their wealth. But I mean, at the end of the day, you know, that will go away if you don't continuously, you know, if you don't take care of people. It's really, at the end of the day, it's about taking care of the people
they have
who are
rights
setting
too.
you up.
They have rights.
Yeah,
they're bullied, like you said, they're bullied and they're forced to like. Because I'm sure a lot of them don't want to do the stuff they're doing, because most of the time these producers are just taking intellectual properties that they acquired and then saying, hey, I want to reboot this.
Exactly, and they shut you out. Even though you created this thing, all I did was get a lawyer in to say that, okay, this is my thing now, not your thing.
It's like in the early 2000s, a bunch of these scripts got optioned off by the Weinstein brothers. Instead of making movies out of them, they just slapped Pinhead into the middle of it and then made like Hellraiser 4, 5, and 6 and whatever.
Yeah.
And it's like, that's not right.
No. It's not okay.
No, it's not.
It's not.
That's robbery. And that's what they did. That's what Weinstein did. And that's what a lot of these people are doing. And that's why I'm so tired of them taking all the stuff that I grew up in as a kid.
Yeah.
And then just trying to reboot it and make it into a franchise. Like they're doing with The Exorcist, and they're doing Highlander.
They're
doing Friday the 13th now, which I'm not mad about the Friday the 13th one. I think they need to make more movies.
Right.
Because that property has been stagnant for almost 15 years. They have not made a Friday the 13th movie since 2009.
Okay.
So they need to make something.
I would like to say that I think that there should be, we can't be so beholden on what has made money. We need to be adventurous.
Yeah.
I mean, there's nothing new under the sun. Don't get me wrong. There's only so many ways that the human imagination is finite. There's only so many ideas that you can come up with. But that doesn't mean that we should stop trying to come up with new ideas. Something that's different. I went to go see Talk to Me. Amazing movie. Oh, I enjoyed the mess out of that. Like, I walked away thinking about it still.
Yeah.
It was clever, it was new, and it wasn't tied to anything that had already been done.
Exactly.
Yes.
And that's because there was one with Gerard Butler I saw at the theater I loved, and nobody ever talks about it. It was called Airplane. That movie was great.
Okay.
You need to check it out. It's about like this plane that has engine trouble, and it lands on an island that's inhabited by like pirates.
Nice.
Like evil, like
R.
militant psychopaths, and there's a bunch of these white middle class people that are stuck on this plane, and they have to survive on this island.
What? Far Cry 3?
Yeah, sort of like that.
What is this, Far Cry 3?
Jared Butler's in it. He plays like he's like an ex-military guy, and,
Okay.
and he's in charge. And then like they get like these mercenaries. The company actually hires the mercenaries to go in there and save them.
And save them? Oh, nice.
It's
Yes.
really good.
Oh, so, but yeah, if you hadn't seen Talk to Me,
I will check it out.
you got to check it out. It's really good.
I don't know, we're plugging all kinds of stuff
Yeah,
here.
we are. Today we're Plug Central today.
And Steven's like giving us a sign. Oh,
Oh, yeah.
don't do that.
No!
No call to action.
They need to throw us a check first. Then we'll plug their stuff.
Yeah, I sit there drinking like a drink without a label on it. And like, what is he drinking? Whoever
Who
pays me the
knows?
most, I'll tell
Yeah.
you.
Yeah, I know, right?
We reminds me of a joke. We're gonna end with a joke. I think you're gonna like this one.
Yes.
Okay, this guy walks into a library and he's like, he's really nervous and he says, "Do you have any books about paranoia?" And the what? And he looks really scared. The librarian leans over and goes,
Are they? And he like books it, you know.
Yeah, exactly.
He books it out of the library.
I love those kind of jokes.
Yes, the good simple ones.
Like Stephen Wright joke. My favorite one with Stephen Wright was when he's like goes to a bookstore and he's like, "I want to buy any books on self-help," and the owner's like, "I could tell you that, but that would like kind of like just destroy the purpose."
Yeah,
of
that
it.
defeat the purpose.
Defeat the purpose.
Yeah, go self-help yourself, or go, you know. Dewey Decimal System is around for a reason. Isn't that the Dewey Decimal System?
I don't know if they still do that. I mean, because I go to bookstores, they pretty much put it in the sections, and like they put like this here, that there, and it's a lot better than Dewey Decimal System, I guess.
Oh, okay. Well, I'm outdated, so.
Me too. I was laughing.
Where's my expiration date?
I couldn't stop laughing one time. I went to Barnes and Nobles, and they had like the signs with like they're giving a picture, so all the sections they had the sign, and they had a picture of Santa Claus next to it, smiling. I started walking by, and all of a sudden I looked Black History Month, and there's a big picture of Santa Claus.
This picture of Santa Claus.
Like this.
You know, throwing up some deuces or something. I don't know.
They're just smiling. Everyone.
They
like,
should have had fun with it.
Romance.
They should have had fun with it, you know.
Yeah, they
Should
did.
have had them striking a pose.
Yeah, I know.
With
I
a
would've
40. And like several L's just around, just, you know.
Yeah.
Doing their thing. It would have been perfect.
Yeah, it would.
I mean, I could make that joke.
Yeah, you can.
I can make that joke.
You can. That's the funny thing about race is like, I can say it, but you can't.
I know, right? I mean, you can.
You can, but you get beat up.
And it just depends on the level of how funny it is, depending on how likable you are.
Yeah.
Depending on how many people see it,
Yeah.
and depending on how many people try to find you.
Yeah,
It's like
exactly.
all those crossing intersections of things that could possibly go wrong.
Yeah,
They can
but-
always go right, but you never know.
That's why I stick with the white jokes.
Yeah. I try my best to stick with the black jokes.
Yeah. So we work together.
Yeah.
I'm creative enough time. Steven's. Are you ready to go, Steven? All right. All right. We'll see you next time.
Stay spooky.
Stay spooky. Yes. That's your catchphrase.
That is. I'm running with it.
Yep. Copyright that. So every time somebody uses it, you get $1.
I get $1. Oh yeah. Or I'll come and find you.
Yeah.
I will find you
'Cause,
and
like, Gene
extract the
Simmons-
dollar.
Gene Simmons copyrighted OJ. He gets $1 every time somebody uses the word OJ in a movie. So no one ever did that. Steven.
Write that
Gene
down.
Simmons
Write that
was
down.
like, hey, no one owns the rights to this.
Let's do
Gene
it.
Simmons is all about money.
Yeah. All it takes is a lawyer, man. It
Yep.
takes a lawyer. You can do some shady, nefarious stuff.
Yep.
That is very lucrative.
All right. See you next time, guys. Peace out.